YouTube, what's going on? Exhibit here, bringing you a brand new video. In today's video, we got the main event for the St. Louis race for the F.A.R series, the Frontline Amateur Racing Series. This one was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't win, however, it was a good race for myself. First off, we placed second in the heat race, almost had first, so that was pretty cool. So we had a great gate pick, and I thought having that great gate pick was going to play a key factor. As you can see, I got off to a great start. Evokes came through on the inside, and I was like, all right, bet this is going to be a good race right here. First, second with the homie Max, and then I get hit multiple times. And then now I'm basically like mid-pack. I would say like maybe 10th or something like that. I can't really count, but we were mid-pack, let another people go by. So overall, my start was great, and then the rhythm section fucked me up. So I'm not upset with the start. My game freezes here mid-race. Thankfully, I didn't go down and go Paboso crazy, but that was crazy. Forgot that even happened until I watched it back, to be honest. But yeah, so great start, horrible rhythm section. I've been like a common theme. I've had that multiple times now in multiple different races. Which kind of sucks because it like chalks like the race. I gotta just get out front and hopefully no one takes me out, right? I mean, I didn't know. I can't go back and see who landed on me, but it's just what it is. It's a racing incident. It's whatever. And then as you can see on this first lap, we were just down bad, horrendously, like very bad. We crashed, what now is that, 3 or 4 times? 3 times maybe. One, we hit a take, nothing he could do, nothing I could do. We just ran into each other off the double before the whoop section. And then obviously in the whoop section we go down again at the very end of the whoop section. It was just chalked. But overall, first laps have always not been my cue. We've only had one good first lap, and that was at Indy, and we won the race. So I feel like personally, if I had a great first lap, this whole race would have been completely different. You know, I wouldn't have to have the Paboso physics on anything I do. Right here, I just pulled Austin Faulkner going into Josh Freeze. I just landed on VDB. I'm sorry, VDB. I didn't mean to actually land on you. I didn't think you're actually going to cut down like that. I should have expected that because I did that later on in the race. So that's my fault. But yeah, as you can see, the first couple laps just down bad. We make our way back though. This was probably, after the first couple laps, this was probably my best race so far. Personally, I think. We get into the back of our teammate Echo there. Unfortunate circumstances. I couldn't move in these whoops, so I was just hoping that he would go quicker, but it just didn't work out. But we were dead last. As you can see, we were dead last on this mini map right here. And yeah, we had to make our way all the way back to, what was it, to 4th place. So we just put our head down after this second lap, and we just grinded our ass off until we got to that 4th place. We got into 4th place, and we were able to catch 3rd a little bit. I guess technically it's 4th. I was technically 5th because Max's Evokes' lap didn't actually count for some reason. So I got 5th overall, but on the race it says 4th. But in my mind, I was like, okay, I got 4th. I'm catching 3rd here. And I was like happy with that, to be honest, because like I put my head down, and if you guys were watching the stream, you guys can tell that I was just hoping that I could just grind my ass off right here and just hope for the best and just put on a show for the stream as well as TikTok, because we were live on TikTok at the time, but also just for my confidence. I've had bad races now, almost back to back, without if this one was bad, it would have been back-to-back races doing pretty bad. Seattle was very bad. It didn't do anything correctly. But this race, after those first couple laps and a couple of minor mistakes here and there, we were able to just put our head down and get all the way back up to the top 5, which I'm extremely happy for, to be honest. I haven't had a ride like that. I was hoping to get maybe up closer to top 3. Just wasn't in the cards. But we started hitting our lines consistently, which is a big factor. Without like hitting these lines perfect, I mean, you were chalked. Like the first rhythm section, if you didn't hit that perfect every lap, you were going down every single time. Even this double was kind of tough because of that rut was going out. The whoop section was tough. If you didn't hit it correctly each time, you were going to get swapped, and that was just bad for everybody. But I think the main and the hardest part was the first rhythm section for me. I spent hours and hours trying to dial that first rhythm section. And luckily we did it pretty good during the race. I don't know what came over me, but we hit it pretty consistent every lap. We had a couple of minor mistakes on it, but we hit it really good. So, and then this over under as well, I don't know if it was giving anybody else problems, bro. I couldn't save my life. I couldn't land on the backside of that for 2 days straight, and somehow in the race I'm out here hitting it perfect every time. I didn't crash one time on it. I messed up on it once, or maybe a few times, but most of the time I was hitting it good. And I was like, I don't know where that came from, because I didn't do that one time in practice. But overall, I think the track was good. Overall, it was definitely difficult in certain aspects, like I've been saying, the whoop section, the rhythm sections. But I think a lot of people were complaining that it's just like a one-line track. Everybody was hitting the same thing. If you didn't hit the same thing, you were losing time. Like if you didn't hit this on off right here, you were losing so much time. If you mess it up, you're losing good 3, 4, 5 seconds maybe. If you mess up this over under right here, you're losing out on this triple, which is at least 2 seconds or something like that. And it's just, that's what frustrates me the most, is just not hitting the lines. Like I don't care if I go down, like that situation with Peak. That's not his fault. That's my fault for not recognizing, like, hey, he's going to swerve over, because that's what he's going to do in that line, right? So it's not his fault that I go down there or anything like that. But honestly, it's just, after that instance, I still just like putting solid laps, like, which I was happy for. So I can't complain. But going back to the track, just one lined. A lot of people are saying one lined. And I kind of feel that same way. If you didn't hit it, like I said, like consistently, you're losing time on every single section. And if you didn't hit it perfect every lap, man, you were still losing time, because those guys up top, first and second, they were hitting everything good. So shout out to Mr. Clean, who won it. Shout out to Colton, who took second, I believe it was. Evox took third, and LA took fourth. I got fifth. Shout out to the homie Zug, who took sixth. So X Crew top six. We can't be upset with that. So with this challenging track, we cannot be upset with that. We're excited to go into Atlanta, kind of like a Daytona feel. I know that Zug did pretty well. I think Jordo actually made an appearance on that too, so I don't know if he's going to come back for that. But we're excited to show what we can do at Atlanta as well. X Crew kind of looking like we can actually make some noise in points at least. I think I'm technically second. I think Zug maybe got into the top 5. So that's pretty freaking sick. And then Max has actually been grinding his ass off on Supercross. And you can see it from the first time he started playing to now. He's getting top 5s in a pretty solid class. I know it's amateurs per se, but a pretty solid class that he's getting top 5. So can't be upset with that. We're showing up, we're showing out. But yeah, so what did you guys think about the track? Did you guys like the track? Did you guys think it was a good track? Did you guys like it at all? What do you guys think about the one line like instance that everybody was saying? Let me know in the comments below if you guys have tried it. I'll put the link of the track in the description, so you guys can test it if you guys haven't tried it. But let me know what you guys think, and we'll try to get some more racing on it this week as well. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. But going back to the video, you can see that we're charging. We still have a lot of time left on the clock, and we're in 9th place already. So I can't be too upset, and I don't know how I survived that. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know. I can't remember who that was after watching it real quick, but I don't know how we survived that. But yeah, so we charged, and we actually coming up close to our boy Zuggy Bear right there, aka Zug. And we got around him after he makes a mistake. And then you can see that 2 people make a mistake here. I don't know what the hell that happened. Like the guy was stuck on the top of the freaking over under. That was kind of weird. But going back, I had to double that section. Europe got around me, and I honestly was like, okay, Europe is fast. I'm gonna follow him, see what he can do, see if we can push ourselves all the way back up to like top 5 with Europe right here, because I know Europe can put in some solid laps, right? So that was kind of my mindset during the race, was just kind of follow what he was doing, but still ride my own race, but just kind of stay back, and so I don't like lose time per se. But that was kind of what I was thinking per se in the race. And once we were like able to just like stick with him, he makes a couple mistakes here and there, This was one of them. I dive into the inside, but I make a mistake right there. My front end slides out. I honestly didn't, as I was going for that pass right there, I didn't even see the guy over the berm until I was already in the apex of that turn where my front tire washed out, because I didn't want to hit the guy that was coming back onto the track. So that was kind of my thinking right there as I made that mistake. But luckily we got up and we didn't actually lose a spot. We actually still gained that spot. So that was good enough for me. And we just continue to put our head down. Now, you can already see we're all the way up to 5th, it looks like. And then the last 5 minutes of the race, I just kind of made some mistakes that I couldn't catch up to 4th with LA. He was close enough for me to catch, I think, personally. With 5 minutes to go especially, I think I could have done it. But I just kept making tiny mistakes. I went over the berm right before the finish line on one of these laps. I'm like, are you serious, man? Like, I cannot believe I did that. But that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, and you just got to deal with it, to be honest. But you can't be upset with how I can't be upset with how I rode. Personally, I think I rode really good with what happened on the first couple laps. So I'm not upset with it. There was some controversy with I'm just gonna be frank. There's some controversy with some not lappers, but like riders cutting the track, making mistakes, hitting people, taking people out, dive bombing, and honestly, it's very tough. And like one of the instance, I was definitely harping on it on the Discord. I didn't think it was should have been allowed per se. One of the instances was you're going across the track. Honestly, I think he should have waited. I think he should have waited for the other guys to come across, but it just didn't happen and everything went down. But what I want to do say is going for everything in the TikTok, or not the TikTok, in the Discord. I just want to say that basically I'm sorry for any like repercussions or anything like that for what I said or anything like that in the Discord towards anybody, especially Moto. Shout out to Moto. I didn't mean it in a bad way. Didn't mean it in like a... I just meant it because I was frustrated that you weren't seeing like what was happening at the moment of the time. But hopefully we can get past it. I think we all moved on. And hopefully we could just go on to the next race. I don't know what's going to happen in the future. But hopefully we can just get past that point, to be honest. So sorry for anything I said disrespectfully, anything towards anybody. So I'm sorry about that. So but I just want to get that off the chest and just say that in the video so you guys are aware of what was going down on the Discord. But yeah, so but going back into the race, we had a couple instances where it was just very unfortunate circumstances. That one was right there. Peak goes down in front of me. Nothing he can do. As you can see, he landed. Guy was already crashed, and he landed. As he landed, the guy was like crashed as he landed. He hit him. I swerved out of the way, but the other guy's bike was already pabosoing, and it hit me. I went down. 2 people went across, and it was just very unfortunate. Just got to be honest, very unfortunate circumstance. I thought I was going to be able to sneak by, and here's where I go over the berm like a freaking idiot. Like, why do I just tap my brake, go down in the corner, and just do that? I don't know. But I'm an idiot. But yeah, so that was an unfortunate circumstance with Peak. That I went down, 3 people got around. That kind of sucked. Fortunately, we were able to get them back in a couple more sections later on that lap. So I was happy about that per se. But it's kind of weird because as we got all the way up to 4th or 5th in this race, we went back all the way down to 9th and then went all the way back up. This one was a pretty scary moment with that guy. I thought for a second I was going to die off that triple. I'm not going to lie. And I want to give a big shout out to Aaron. I messaged Aaron after that pass right there. I thought Aaron was a lapper that was not moving out of the way. But he actually wasn't. And that is my fault for not recognizing that. Not recognizing that he was actually battling it for that spot. So I did message him and I say, hey, I'm sorry about that. And we're all good. We're on good terms for that. So that was good. He didn't go down, which I was glad because I didn't want him to go down. I was just trying to push him out of the way. So I was happy about that. But we got around that. We got around Aaron, and honestly, we just kind of stayed right here for the last couple of laps. We tried to make a push, but honestly, it just didn't work out. But actually, not stay right here. We got Zug in front of here, but we tried to make a push, or we pushed all the way back up to 4th, and we didn't really do much after that, to be honest. But with that being said, you can see Zug and Peak go down right there in that rhythm section. That's how I get by. That's why I was thinking, I was like, okay, this is where I stayed. And I didn't really move up or move back down for the rest of the race. But as you can see, we got back up to 4th. The 5 minutes left in this race was actually chaotic with how many times we crashed and how many times we got around people, how many times people passed us. Man, it was super chaotic. But luckily, we were able to get by them. We were able to secure the 5th. It's technically 5th because Max's lap didn't technically count, I guess. But in the race, I think, and I was getting 4th. But regardless, I'm still happy with getting 4th after that horrible start and after what happened during the middle of that, or I guess towards the end of that race, which is everything going on with Peak, Zug crashing here, going over the berm, crashing with Ritzveers, I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be wrong on how you pronounce that guy's name. Just unfortunate circumstances in most cases, but we're glad to make it out alive. Got top 5, and it was a good ride. I'm not gonna lie, I was happy with it. Unfortunate that we couldn't get up to LA in 4th place with how many mistakes that we made during that middle of or towards the end of the race, but I'll take it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I want to give a big shout out to everybody that's coming and supporting these streams, as well as the TikToks, as well as the YouTube videos, the YouTube shorts. I really do appreciate it a lot, to be honest. I really do appreciate it. We've been grinding our ass off for what we've been trying to accomplish. So I just really want to say thank you guys for showing so much love. It really does mean a lot. We're close to 10,000 followers on TikTok, which is absolutely insane to me. For a while there, I was stuck dead at like 2,000, but since we started doing motocross stuff on it, it's just been blowing up. So I'm happy with that. And YouTube, we're super close to 1,000 on YouTube. I think we're like 120 away or something like that. So I'm super excited about that. That was one of my main goals to do. So we're just going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to grind YouTube as well as the TikToks, man. We're going to grind those. We're going to continue with the streams. We're going to continue with some TikTok streams. We keep getting suspended because I keep trash talking my homie B and my homie Max. But hopefully we can figure that out, and hopefully we can not get suspended anymore, because that's very unfortunate, because a lot of people like to show up on TikTok and do that stuff. So with that being said, I just appreciate everybody. For real, I just appreciate everybody coming through on TikTok, as well as the streams on Twitch. It just means a lot. So I appreciate everything, and I hope that you guys are enjoying it. And if you guys want to see different stuff, just let me know in the comments below. I will try to do more stuff on TikTok, more stuff on Twitch, more stuff on YouTube if you guys enjoy that. But let me know in the comments below. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, let me know what you guys think of the race. And yeah, I appreciate all the love as always.